Hello, business family. I am the owner of two online businesses generating six figures, and today I'm going to share how I turned $100 into $400,000 over the past year. I know this video is quite broad, and I'm just sharing my story from my own perspective. I actually post everything you need on my YouTube channel to help you succeed. Growing up, watching my parents work tirelessly almost their entire lives shaped who I am today. I genuinely love helping others succeed. And before you say, wow, you're amazing, I wish I could do that too, let me clarify something. Yes, I grew my business quickly and made money fast, but I want to be clear, I hardly ever appear in any of my business videos. So when I say anyone can do this, I truly mean it. I'm also not going to sit here and tell you that I invested $4,000 in Facebook ads and that you need to do the same. If you follow my channel, I don't agree with many of the misconceptions about paid ads. I have never purchased ads for my business. I started my e-commerce business with just $100. Instead of dropshipping, I chose to invest in actual inventory. However, there are many ways to start a business with $0, and I cover those ideas extensively on my YouTube channel. I'll even include images and links to those videos in the description box and at the top of this video, so you can check them out if you're interested in learning how to start a business with no money. When I was 17 or 18, I actually started a dropshipping business with $0, the same method I teach on my YouTube channel. It generated income for me and helped me save money for dental assistant school at the time, as well as other expenses I had in my life back then. However, I eventually stopped dropshipping to focus entirely on my studies. My parents wanted me to stay in school, focus on education, and secure a stable job. So I put dropshipping and all my e-commerce dreams on hold. Even though I knew I could make money online, I wasn't a huge fan of the long-term dropshipping business model. I told myself that when I was ready to start a new business, it would be a real business with actual products, real inventory, and everything else. But I let my fear of failure and the opinions of those around me stop me from pursuing that dream again. So after completing a 10-week dental assistant program, which my dropshipping income helped pay for, I worked as a dental assistant for an entire year. Then I thought, why not go to college? But I was so exhausted, and I never had the confidence to pursue higher education because I actually graduated from a high school program, and I went to the worst school you could think of. It was right across the street from a prison. Basically, I struggled academically throughout high school, and I never thought I was good enough to go to college. But that was a turning point in my life when I started realizing that I could accomplish anything if I believed in myself. So, I went to college, and while in college, I still did a few side hustles. I sold products on Mercari, which I'll show you how to do. It's a great side gig, and that's what I did most of the time. I also worked as much as I could as a dental assistant while being a full-time college student. So I was going to school, working full-time, and selling on Mercari. But even then, I didn't really think I could start another business. I still didn't fully believe in myself, even though I had a fairly successful dropshipping business when I was 17 or 18. I still didn't think I could do it. Then, when the pandemic hit, businesses shut down, schools closed, and everyone was at home. At that time, I started a TikTok account for my dog just for fun, and his follower count began growing really fast. I never even imagined it would grow that quickly. In just a few months, I had built an audience for my dog's TikTok. At the same time, we started making money from brand deals. We were getting around $300 per TikTok, which may not seem like much now, but back then, an extra $300 was a big deal for us, especially since I was a full-time student. That's when I really started thinking, okay, we're making this money, and it's basically all profit. How can I invest some of it? I was also thinking about taxes, what we could deduct since we didn't have any real overhead costs. That's when I decided it was the perfect time to return to e-commerce. I've always been frugal and wanted to start businesses with the lowest possible cost. Since I already had a lot of knowledge about dropshipping, I quickly launched my e-commerce business with $100. At that time, I ordered a batch of false eyelashes, about 60 pairs, and a few other accessories. I wasn't entirely sure what kind of business I wanted to run. I know I can be indecisive, especially when it comes to inventory, which is why I named my business Bodyful, so that I could switch up products if I changed my mind. So I started selling false eyelashes with my initial $100 investment. At first, they didn't sell at all. I wasn't sure how to create business content. I knew how to make content from running my dog's TikTok account, but I didn't know the best way to create content for a business. At that time, businesses on TikTok weren't a big thing during the pandemic, and there weren't as many studies or tutorials on YouTube like we have now. People like me weren't making videos about TikTok strategies or how to beat the algorithm, so I had no direction. I just kept posting. One thing that helped me was simply scrolling through TikTok and observing what kinds of videos caught people's attention. I studied why certain videos gained traction. If you guys want to learn exactly how I create viral content, I have a specific video about it on my YouTube channel. For the first few months, I didn't make any sales. I remember being in school, because by then I had enrolled in a dental hygiene program, wondering, oh my God, why did I even start this? I posted in a Facebook makeup group offering a bundle of eyelashes, lip gloss, and some accessories like scrunchies. People started engaging with my post, and I remember that moment vividly because I was feeling so discouraged. I was like, wow, maybe I can't do this. I was still doubting myself. And I know many of you might feel the same way if you're starting your own business after watching my YouTube channel. You're probably experiencing similar emotions right now. I've been there, and I know how that feels. So, after selling my first few products, I reinvested everything I made back into my business by purchasing more inventory and testing different types of products. Eventually, I found my winning product and niche. At first, it was eyelashes, but they didn't really stand out, and I didn't feel like I had the best way to market them. So I moved on to selling makeup bundles like lip gloss and scrunchies. I made really cute marketing videos, and those videos went viral. That's when I started really enjoying figuring out what people liked. Once I had a main theme for my store, I knew it was time to pivot and create products that didn't yet exist on TikTok or that no one else was selling. That's how many of my products were created. And I talk about this on my YouTube channel if you guys want to learn how to produce and create your own products. I think the most important thing is to create content that no one else has. Even though people sometimes make fun of me in the comments, the silliest things on TikTok tend to go viral the fastest. So don't be afraid to be silly. Also, I rarely ever show my face in any of my business videos, so you can absolutely do this without showing your face. And I'm prank, which I love because I don't always feel like getting ready every day. I kept experimenting with different things. After making holiday-themed bundles, I thought, okay, what can I sell year-round? That's when I started putting cute accessories and small items into cups and decided to try a kid-friendly niche. I wanted to see what would happen because, as you know, a lot of TikTok content involves kids, but there are also tons of adults, so you can do this with literally any niche. I kept going, kept testing different ideas, and eventually found what worked. Then, I started creating content that exploded on the algorithm. It didn't grow to 100,000 followers overnight, but I remember getting a video with 10,000 views and being incredibly excited. Then, I had another video that hit nearly 10 million views, and the next day was absolutely crazy. That was the moment I knew I wanted to do this full-time. At the same time that my business was taking off, I also made sure to start a YouTube channel for my dog's account. After directing many of our TikTok followers to YouTube, we were able to gain a ton of new subscribers. Eventually, we met YouTube's requirements to monetize her channel. This is another thing I want to tell you. Anyone can start something that will eventually turn into a business, even if you start with nothing. If you have something in your life you want to share, go for it. People on TikTok are doing all sorts of things, and you never know what might go viral. Even if you think people won't care about something in your life, you might be surprised to find out you're wrong. There may be things in your life that seem normal to you, but are incredibly interesting to others. So with consistency, I was still a full-time student, You have to remember this. I was still a full-time student at this time. I remember asking my mom, should I keep doing this? And of course, my mom was like, you need to make sure you continue school. You've come this far. If you're not familiar, dental hygiene programs are some of the hardest programs to get into, just like nursing school. It's very difficult to make it through, and I had come so far that I just needed to keep going and finish it. So I am a dental hygienist, but obviously, I don't practice. Within just a few months, my income went from $10,000 a month to $20,000 a month, then to $35,000 a month. Everything started skyrocketing. Not only did my dog's YouTube channel go viral, but my business was also booming on TikTok. We had multiple income streams. You have to remember that with a creator-type account, you can make money from basically all over the internet. With my dog's account, we made money from Facebook, from Instagram, from brand deals, from TikTok views, from YouTube views. You start making money randomly in every possible way, and more opportunities just start falling into your lap. But you have to push through the phase where you don't really know what you're doing, learn, and then get really good at it to stand out from the rest. The key to all this success was really just TikTok. And I'm extremely confident that even if I had started my business using only Instagram, I could still use the same techniques to grow my Instagram. In fact, a lot of our videos actually performed even better on Instagram Reels than on TikTok. So if you're someone who isn't really feeling TikTok and you'd rather stick to Instagram, use Instagram Reels. But honestly, if you're trying to do this full time, you should definitely use TikTok. I personally know creators with 3 million, 5 million, even 10 million followers on TikTok. But the problem is they don't have anything to direct their followers to. It's really hard to make a full-time income just from brand deals because you never know exactly when you'll get those deals or how much brands will be willing to pay. The highest amount we've ever been paid for a YouTube post was $6,500, and I actually negotiated that myself like a pro. Here's how I did it. This company initially reached out to us and offered just a free product in exchange for a video. After telling them that we only do paid collaborations, they offered us $5,500. But we didn't stop there. We told them that our rate for this campaign was $7,500. They emailed back and agreed to add another $1,500 to work with us. The video itself took about an hour to make, and we got our deposit today. This brand originally just wanted to give us a free product for a post. But this is something else you have to learn. You can negotiate. There are so many things you can do as an online entrepreneur. And honestly, everything is self-taught. I just did the best I could. But all the experience I gained over the years, even when this was just a side hustle, helped me go all in. And this is everything. When I was a full-time student, you guys, if I could do it, I know you could do it too. If you're working full-time, if you have kids, or whatever your situation is, you can still do it. Now, I definitely feel like I have a routine in my life where I know exactly what I need to do to maintain these businesses. And another thing is, you can never get too comfortable. I feel like I'm an entrepreneur. It's in me. I feel like an entrepreneur. Never feel comfortable because everything I have, everything I've built could be gone tomorrow. Because of that, I personally always make sure that we're investing and not just spending money. You want to make sure you're still living life like when you were making $3,000, $4,000 a month. You don't want to just change your lifestyle and go crazy just because you're making more money, because you never really know when this could disappear or if you could get shadow banned or whatever the case may be. That's another reason why having multiple income streams is so important. Some months, my store skyrockets, like during the holiday season or if I have a viral TikTok. But at other times, the store slows down a little, and that's when my dog's YouTube channel picks up, or we land a crazy brand deal from a company. Mindset is everything, and it's crazy how just 1 year can change your entire future. You just have to be very mindful of who you listen to every day and know that you are responsible for your own life, no one else. You are the one who has to live with your life choices. I feel like I tried to ignore my dreams. I tried to ignore the talents that God gave me to do what society considers normal. But in the end, I found my way back to exactly what I felt I was meant to do. So, that's another big thing. If you feel like you want something in life, even if it's something simple, that means you were born to have it. So dream as if you already have it, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Never take advice from someone you wouldn't want to trade places with or who isn't pursuing to be where you want to be. I've really tried to encourage my family to pursue their dreams, to go after what they truly want, and to do what God wants them to do with their lives. And I'm so happy that I can also guide and inspire you. I want truly to show you the way and help you step by step. I hope this video helps or inspires you in some way. I'm here for you. I reply to all my comments on my YouTube videos. I even have a step-by-step playlist walking you through everything, from the very first step to the last, on how to start your business, how to find products, how to market them without buying ads, how to build your own community around your brand, and more. I show you exactly how I did it. I'm an open book, and I'm so happy I can help you. Just the other day, someone messaged me on Instagram to show me their success. And I'm actually going to post it right here because I'm so happy for them. Whenever you guys share your success with me, it truly makes me happy to know that I'm making an impact on your lives through my YouTube videos. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as many as I can. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make videos like this for you. Anytime you hit that like button, it helps the YouTube algorithm and it helps me out a lot. So please like the video. Good luck and success in all your online ventures.